Cleanup does continue for some people in Mount Airy this week after this weekend's severe weather. Thunderstorms brought down trees there, damaging power lines and leaving debris scattered across neighborhoods. Mount Airy native Danny Lineberry says he has never experienced a storm like this one before. And while he is worried about his community, he says it is a blessing to see people come together to help one another.
Folks came out, people from the community, were volunteering to be able to help, trying to clear the roads, and it's good to be able to see a small town like Mount Airy come together.
Crews in Mount Airy say it still could take days before things are completely cleaned up. A Davidson County man is facing charges of sexually exploiting a child he knew. Deputies say Justin Hull was reported for having illegal photos and video of a minor. We're told the victim is under the age of 12. Deputies say Hull, the victim, and the victim's family all knew each other. He now faces 7 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Hull is in jail under a $1 million bond. Police in Lincolnton are searching for a man they say intentionally hit 6 people with his car outside of a Walmart. Security video shows the SUV you see there circled in red as it enters the parking lot. The vehicle then turns as if the driver is parking, but police say it hit the 6 migrant workers standing near that bus. The driver never stopped to check on those people and has not been found yet. All 6 victims were taken to the hospital with various injuries. None were deemed life-threatening. Investigators say they're still trying to determine the driver's motive. Plans to reopen the Fury 325 roller coaster at Carowinds may be delayed after another possible break was found. A spokesperson with the North Carolina Department of Labor confirms the agency was notified of a weld indication on the coaster. That means a possible crack or break. The Fury 325 coaster was already shut down after that huge crack was found on a support beam of the ride earlier this month. Officials say the weld indication was found during the inspection process after that support beam was replaced, and the investigation into that is still ongoing. Still no timeline for when that coaster will reopen. As former President Donald Trump faces new charges and possible new indictments, his political rivals are moving forward, focusing on the race, their policies, and public frustrations. Meantime, President Biden is focused on touting his accomplishments while he's been in office. We get more now on all of this from Bree Jackson.
The Mar-a-Lago property manager charged in connection to classified documents found at former President Trump's estate is set to make his first court appearance in Miami today. And his first rally since the latest charges dropped, a defiant Trump blasted the cases against him.
These are ridiculous indictments.
The GOP frontrunner took to social media Sunday, poking fun at his closest Republican rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, posting this video with just one word: awkward. DeSantis says he's not taking offense to Trump's tactics.
I think it's just a reminder why there's so many millions of voters who will never vote for him going forward.
Republican presidential candidates are working to shift the focus away from the former president to their stance on issues.
We've got to focus on the things that matter, and things like national security, which includes border security.
We have to move forward. We've got to quit living in the past.
If the Republican Party puts Donald Trump forward as our nominee, we will give 4 more years to Joe Biden on purpose.
As his political opponents ramp up their attacks, President Biden is vacationing at his beach house in Delaware this week. And another indictment against former President Trump could come this week. A grand jury examining 2020 election interference is scheduled to meet on Tuesday. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.